Hey folks, I wanted to welcome you to the Options Wealth Academy YouTube channel. So in this video I'm going to upload is our weekly recap. This is a weekly recap that I cover for all our members. I post it every Thursday, so I figured I'd just start taking small little snippets here, give you guys a chance to see what it's like inside the Options Wealth Academy. Of course, you can go over to our free site and sign up for that, but wanted you guys to take a look at how I cover the general market for our members each week. I upload these videos every Thursday, so I'm going to start taking snippets of it and uploading it here to the YouTube channel. And hopefully, it'll help you guys in your endeavors, whether you're an investor, an options trader like our members and myself are, or you're just interested in the market overall. So I'm going to go ahead and upload the video, and I will see you guys in the next weekly recap. Take care. Okay, hey, welcome everyone to another weekly recap. Roberto could not make it for this one. He had to work. So you have just me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll look at the overall market. Okay, so if we look at the market, today is looking like it's going to be a down day. Yesterday, obviously, it opened lower and it then closed lower, right? So it opened at 71.33. Actually, it closed higher. My bad. It opened lower and closed higher. So it wasn't really a trading down day per se, but it was a down day, right? Because it opened lower. And then today, kind of the same thing. That's why these candles are red. So it opened at 71.31 and it's currently at 71.38. So it's higher, but it opened, I think, a little bit lower than where it closed yesterday. Yeah, because it closed at what it's at today. It closed at 71.38, but it opened lower than that at 71.31. So, and then if we go to the /ES, so this is the S&P Futures mini, which I look at this to show volume because you'll see it's the numbers aren't exactly the same, but kind of correlating with the S&P 500. And you can see volume isn't it's not horrible, but it's not like through the roof. So nothing to suggest like we're in a massive sell-off like we were back here. And this wasn't a massive sell-off. This was just a routine pullback. That's all it was. So go back to SPX, so the S&P 500. So this is where we're at. Okay. Now, a couple things I talked about in my last weekly recap, and especially in my monthly update, which was my plan going forward because it had appeared that we have bottomed out. And yes, we clearly bottomed out. Could there be another pullback back down? There could. Is it typically the case? It's not, but I don't rule anything out. So when I talk about what I expect to see in the market, I'm not trying to predict it. I am basing my timing on my next 3x growth strategy on it, but you don't have to do this. This is just something that as you get better with this and as you trade it more often, you may, I don't want to say tweak the template because I'm not really tweaking the template. I'm not getting in stage three or not getting out in stage three. So I'm not tweaking the template in that regard, but I am putting my trading skill set into the template. And I'm following the rules of the template, but I'm using my trading skill set to do it. So I'll give you, for example, in the template, we talk about a market reversal stage two or even a stage two as if you're a newer student. This is a riskier time in the market because when the market falls below the 30-day moving average, we don't have any idea how long it's going to fall and how far it's going to fall. So it can be a riskier time. As you learn to trade more and more, you realize that the market goes into stage two quite a bit over the course of the year. And so you don't get too concerned about it. Stage three, when it goes into stage three the first time in the year, it doesn't concern me. If it does it again, then it starts to concern me in the way that, okay, I'm going to back off my risk. I'm not going to stop trading unless stage three I do stop trading, but I'm not going to stop all the, everything I'm doing. Like when we run into stage two again, just because it recently came out of stage three and went into stage one. So just understand, trying to I'm not trying to predict what the market's going to do. I'm just expecting things to happen in the market. Okay. So I think I've created a little bit of confusion, but I have to show you guys how I'm trading. And then you have to develop your own trade skill set within the parameters of the template. Okay. And that's all I'm doing. Travis trades entirely different than I do when he trades this template. But it doesn't mean I trade it wrong and he trades it right, or he trades it wrong and I trade it right. Doesn't mean that. It just means that I can't trade like Travis. I tried it and I can't do that. So I developed my own skill set within the template. Okay. So that's it. That's kind of my long mindset rant. Yeah, volume is a little low here. I'm not real sure why the institutions are kind of either sitting on the sidelines, or I don't know, maybe they got into positions down here. I don't know. Maybe these down days weren't as bad as they could have been because institutions were back at buying again. I really don't know. I just know that when volume goes down in the short term, it's not good. But this has been a whole month of low volume. So I just expect, okay, market will pull back a little bit. Even if it pulls back to the 30-day moving average, I'm good with that. But I don't expect we'll go back into stage three. But I'm always prepared for it. That's the thing. Always prepare for the unexpected. Plan for the worst, hope for the best. So, with that, you guys, you take care. We'll see you in next week's weekly recap. Bye bye.